You're listening to Bodhi Light Tales, the podcast for mindful people on the go. Hello, this is Miao Guang, and today's Bodhi Light Tale is A Respectful Heart is the Buddha's Heart. One day, the 5 fingers of a hand were having a chat, and one of them asked, "Of the 5 of us, who is the leader?" The thumb was the first to answer. "Of course I am the leader. Because when people give signal of approval to what is good or best, they will put me up and hide the rest of you in a fist. That is also why a thumbs up is given to what people approve of. So of course I am the leader," said the thumb proudly. The index finger was not convinced. If someone wants to get people's attention, they don't stick out their thumb, do they? No, they raise me. And when it comes to tasting food, which finger do they use to dab the bowl or the dish for a delicious taste? Me. Without me, you would never know what good food is. Without me, you could end up with bad food. That is why I am the leader. I am vital to your survival. The middle finger laughed and said, "Look, I am in the middle. I am the tallest and so the biggest. By virtue of my size alone, you should listen to me, and this means I should be the leader." The ring finger smiled gently. "You all make good points. But you forget that when people get married, they slip the wedding ring on me, so I am clearly the most important. I am the one who gets all the diamond rings and jewelry. This means I am the most valuable amongst you all, and that is why I am the leader. How can you others compare?" concluded the ring finger. The thumb and the 3 fingers continued to argue, each thinking they were the greatest, and therefore the rightful leader. After a while, they turned to the little finger, who had not said a word throughout the conversation. "You've been awfully quiet. Who do you think is the greatest among us, and therefore the leader of the hand? Who do you think should be boss?" The little finger looked at them all in turn and said quietly, "Well, I am the smallest finger. Few people put rings on me or hold me in the air or use me to taste food. And no one uses me in a gesture of approval. Also, I am the last finger, so I would not dare to compare myself with any of you." Just as the other fingers gloated in satisfaction over the little finger's reply, it continued. "However, when people join their palms and bow to the Buddhas and the sages, I am the closest to them." The other fingers and the thumb nodded quietly and wasted no more time on this question. In life, we often see people competing to be the leader. Some will point to their status, wealth, or beauty as to why they should be leader. However, status, power, or position are not the real qualities of leadership, or even necessarily the signs of the best leader. What makes a person stand out as a leader is how they treat and deal with others. Do they act with patience and compassion? Do they respect and consider others? If your heart is big enough to embrace all members of your family, then you're capable of being the head of the family. If your heart is big enough to accept a city and all its people, then you can be its mayor. If your heart is big enough to carry all the people of your country and that you act with consideration and compassion for all the citizens, then you're capable of becoming the president or the leader. If your heart can accept and encompass the earth, or even the entire 3,000 realms, then your heart will be in perfect harmony with the Buddha's heart. Just remember, every noble and respected person started from humble beginnings. A respectful heart is the Buddha's heart. This is Miao Guang. Thank you for listening to Bodhi Light Tales. Subscribe to Bodhi Light Tales and have stories delivered to you every week. May your day be filled with happiness and wisdom.